What is up, everybody? The Destroyer here. Welcome back to another cast of the Rise of the Witch King, patch 2.02, version 5.0.1. Today we have a 4v4 on Ered Mithrin, which is a custom map that was made by Maher or Solas, depending on what he wants to go by. But yeah, good map. The one with the day-night cycle, I believe, is that one? Yep, it is indeed that one. I do have my shaders turned on this time to maximum, which normally I keep off because of a foggy effect. But for this map, I think it actually fits because it's supposed to have like a snowy fog effect. Kind of makes sense. But anyway, let's take a look who we got in this game today. First player in the bottom left is CS, is Goblins. And the next player on that team is Excelsior, is the Men of the West. In the top left corner we have Bushit, is Goblins. And then the last player on that team is Solas, is the Elves, who of course is the creator of the map. There you go. And the opposing team we have No You, which undoubtedly is Lazarus, as Men of the West there. We have Belsebub as Isengard. Over here we have The Ring. I'm guessing that's The Ring is Hot, which would be what that is short for, I assume, as Men of the West. And we have the final player, last but no means least, Hombre. It's the Men of the West there. So we have 3 Men of the West here on this team. And an Isengard versus an Elf, a couple Goblins, and a Men of the West over here as well. Interesting. So there's going to be a lot of Men of the West in this game. So that should be a thing. Undoubtedly, there's probably going to be a lot of cavalry. Well, in fact, I'm not a prophet, but there's the stables. There's the stables. Looks like Belsebub's going for an Rook Pit, going to get some crossbows. Lazarus also going for a stables. Shocking. Beacon being placed by Bushit right here, I guess, to control this spot. It's pretty cool though, this little like broken watchtower. I like that. But of course the coolest part of this map is the dwarven gate with the treasures behind it. Oh, I didn't know there was dwarves in there. That's interesting. Huh. I think those are also levels up. Those things that you walk on with the heroes to level up in the custom maps. So I guess if you break that down, you can get some levels up for your hero. That's pretty cool. Alright. Well, looks like CS going for some goblin spam. He's got some goblins on the way here. He's got a forward goblin cave, getting more of them. Looks like he is engaging here. It's a little bit hard to tell on the mini-map where things are for my eyes. I can kind of see though. Looks like these are probably Hombres, huh? Yeah, Hombres going there. It's cleaning up those Goblin Warriors. Excelsior is going for a standard Man of the West start with some Gondor soldiers and some pikes. Rohan Spearmen, as they're called. Bushit going for Spiderlings as well as Goblin Warriors, undoubtedly. No, maybe he doesn't have Goblin Warriors. No, he doesn't even have a Goblin Cave. He's going all in on Spiderlings. Interesting. Lazarus placing a beacon on this inn here. Oh, there's also a fire drake. I actually wasn't aware of that. Or if I was, I forgot. Intriguing. Somebody's sending a builder fairly far forward. Solas sending a builder over here to build a Malorn tree. There's a golem as well. Looks like Excelsior is moving out. Solas put his barracks here, and he's also captured this outpost. There's an outpost there. There's an outpost here as well. I don't believe the south team gets them, though. Since it is a team map, only one of the players will actually get it, so it doesn't really matter. But it is a thing. The north side is not the same as the south side, which just kind of makes this map pretty cool, in my opinion. The top versus bottom, or side versus side, top versus top, bottom versus bottom will be different because of the way the map is laid out. Obviously, you'll just go fight each other across the field, but I mean, you got towers here that you can keep capture of. Belsebub has taken the signifier, it looks like. And of course, we will see the day-night cycle in effect as well when it happens. Undoubtedly, it's gonna bug out at some point, but it's That's fine. Who's blue? Lazarus blue? Yeah. So Lazarus has some Rohirrim out in the field. Belsebub's got lots of crossbows. Looks like Lazarus throwing in a well here so he can get himself some sweet, sweet healing. Who's the green man of the west? There's so many men of the west, it's hard to remember. The ring. Okay. And there you go. It has gone nighttime. It looks like darkness has been cast down, but no, it's just nighttime. That would be kind of interesting, though, if it gave darkness buff to everybody on the map. Although, odd at the same time. Although everybody here is... Everyone I'm seeing is actually benefiting from leadership. Okay, it's just because they're all war-chanted, I guess. Looks like Excelsior is pulling back here. The Rohirrim picking him off. The ring using the bow mode to shoot down the pikeman there. Belsebub does have himself a fairly sizable force of pikes and crossbows here. And Solas is coming to attack. I think he should be able to defend Solas' attack fairly well here. Because the rally call down the Elves. One of the men of the west throwing down a rally call on Belsebub's guys. Oh, Belsebub does have alerts though. I think this is Lazarus' Eomer. Yes, it is. Lazarus sending his Rohirrim in bow mode to help out. And Solas definitely not getting very far there. Let's go over here and take a look. Looks like Lazarus also attacking Excelsior over here. As he is the blue man of the west. Let's see what's happening over here. I'm trying desperately to keep an eye on the mini-map to see what's going on here. Half-Torn Marauders being brought out. So CS opting for the pikemen of the Goblin team. Which can't be trampled, which does make them a bit of a pain, but at the same time they're extremely strong and very damaging against horses. And once a horse gets into this position, they will fall very quickly. It looks like the Man of the West player here, Hombre, trying to get rid of goblins there. He's going to have a bit of an issue. That goblin army is fairly strong. Be literally unstoppable for this army. They wouldn't be able to do a whole lot. At night, this part of the map looks very cool. I do like the center town piece. Even this northern part looks pretty cool in the nighttime. Just anything with lights looks pretty cool. Looks like everyone's dancing around the fire drake. You get too close, you will get burned, unfortunately. CS making a bit of headway against Hombre here. Although there's a lot of archers. I somehow got clicked onto somebody. And I heard a fire drake. Bushit has gone for a fire drake from the fortress. That is a curious quick fire drake. Not necessarily a bad thing. Solas also got himself a Haldir there. Excelsior's pushing through the center of the town. Next to this well here. I don't think this well acts as an actual well. I think it's just a set piece. That's just a guess, though. But I'm pretty sure it's not. That would be interesting, though. Like a neutral well. I don't know if that is a thing. Or if that is a thing. Or that is that, I should say. Oh, yeah. I didn't even consider the fact that the marketplace would be benefiting 3 players on one team. So one player got the marketplace for the eastern team here, and now all 3 men of the west have plus 12 production on all their farms. So that's pretty big. Looks like Solas and Bushit moving forward in the north here. While Excelsior doing the same, but he's encountered heavy resistance from Belsebub. And I'm not sure he'll be able to break that either. I guess only time will tell. Belsebub has lots of war-chained pikes, lots of swordsmen as well. Excelsior does have a Faramir though, which is quite useful. And now the Elves and Goblins of the Northwest will begin their march on the base of Belsebub, the Isengard player, and Lazarus. Of course, to get to Lazarus, you actually have to go through Belsebub. That's the way the map is set up. You have to go through like this big hill, and then it goes up into here. So this player is fairly safe, and that's why he will have to defend this part with his life if he wants to stay safe. Which is why I enjoyed walling myself in as the dwarves up here in the top left. Over here. Made it very difficult to get to. Not that I needed to, but still. It was enjoyable. Hey, Belsebub's looking to be in a lot of trouble. Bushit's brought a lot of half-troll swordsmen. And those can't be trampled either by Rohirrim. So that could be an issue for Lazarus's army as well. Sounds like one of the elves died there. I think it was Glorfindel's death scream, or Haldir's possibly. Nope, that was Haldir. There's Glorfindel right there. Arwen getting cripple struck by Lurtz. He's up to level 5 now. He does get the leadership for his team, which is always nice for him. Belsebub is going to lose his siege works undoubtedly, unless by some miracle. Nope. It is gone. Beacon being placed by Excelsior. Let's see what's going on here. I guess he's taking down one of these fire drakes. Let's go over here, see what's going on. Looks like CS is making some headway over here. He has got Shelob. Not a hero you see recruited too often, but not a bad hero, especially against archers. Like when she's not being focused down, at least she can trample. And against heroes, that poison stinger is quite nasty. Much better than Goblin Kings. Looks like we have a Gandalf out here from Hombre. He is only level 1 though. Once he gets up there in levels though, he will be pretty good. Looks like Excelsior's base is doing fairly well. Looking fairly safe. Well, I say that. Incoming a big army from Lazarus, trying to get ready to take it down. Looks like he will not manage to do so. There's a lot of tower guards here. So Excelsior is definitely ready. But they will lose some farms. Bushit needs to hurry up and get his things around his fortress, or he's going to be in a world of hurt. Fortunately, he does have some half-troll marauders here. Spiderling expansion should help out defending the fort. They're fairly effective at doing so. As long as he has something around the outside. It looks like no, that's actually Excelsior's Theoden. Level 1 there. We have Eomer level 8 for Lazarus. Faramir even going onto horseback here to try and help out. Hombre trying to make another push. Try and get the goblins out of his lands. And while the ring coming in here with his Rohirrim. Gonna get rid of some of these forward mines. Looks like Azog's in there. Let's see what's going on over here. See how much damage Lazarus managed to do with his cavalry. Looks like he will take Excelsior's archery range, although the rebuild being thrown down on it. They're trying to buy as much time as they can to kill as many of these Rohirrim as possible. Unfortunately, they do lose the archery range. Looks like he might even lose his barracks. Oh, nice. Boromir with the nice horn. And now they got the Rohirrim surrounded. You need to take advantage of this time to kill as many of these, if not all of these. Looks like half-troll swordsmen are doing decent damage as well. Even though they're not pikemen. They're still strong. Although the Rohirrim will get out of there. Looks like Solas has fortified the center here. He's got himself a statue and a well. He's got some trees even. He's got control of the inn. Has anyone broken down this gate? No. I don't know if you can break down this gate. I'm assuming you can. It looks like it. But maybe not. Hard to say. If that is a thing, that would be kind of cool. If it's just a set piece that looks decorative, that's still pretty cool. But if you could actually break through there and get the levels up for your heroes, I think that would be neat. If that's how that works. And Solas making an attack against Belsebub once again, taking down one of his furnaces there. Lazarus still has a fair amount of his Rohirrim left. Although a nice hawk strike from Legolas, taking out a fair amount. Legolas is quite nice, as long as he's not alone. for taking out things like that. Looks like Belsebub's actually getting ready to push in here on Excelsior's base. That could be bad news for him. Excelsior actually moving his army out of position as well. He doesn't know he's there. He's going to have to turn around here fairly quickly. Bushit using his Fire Drake to burn the army of Hombre there quite effectively. Excelsior placing the beacon. Belsebub getting a nice surround on Excelsior's fortress, and I think he's going to take it down. The left team only has one rebuild, keep in mind, and they did just use it. Sounds like Drogoth's on the field as well. But Drogoth is not going to come in time to save the fort, I don't think. Oh boy, it's going to be close. I think Lurtz alone will be able to finish this, but there's Berserkers there as well. And down goes Excelsior's fort. A nice timed attack from Belsebub. It wouldn't have went nearly as well had Excelsior not just sent his army a little bit south. Very unfortunate for him. He's not out of the game yet. He does still have a barracks, and he might still have his builders as well. Yeah, he has 2 builders up here. And he's also got his stables. So he's by no means out of the game. But that is a big blow to the Western team's strength for sure. The Belsebub did just lose his entire army and his hero. So, is an entire army and a hero worth a fortress? I guess that's for you to decide. But Bushit does have himself a giant dragon, which is not a bad thing. Which is also extremely useful for killing off cavalry. Assuming they don't all go into bow mode and just start killing him. Which is a feasible possibility. There's the Rings army. You're going to get rid of this forward goblin cave. You don't want any of those in your lands, of course. They spew forth goblin filth. Nobody wants that. Looks like he will get rid of that as well. There you go. Very nice. Now Hombre has a Aragorn. Oh no, that's a ring. Are these all the rings? Possibly. Yeah. The ring has himself a Gandalf, an Aragorn, and a Boromir here. So I guess maybe that Gandalf was not Hombre's when he was over here. Hard to tell sometimes. Excelsior has a new fortress building now and a new archery range. He's also throwing up a tower by his thing. Try and keep things safe over here. Next time he'll definitely want some wall hubs or something around his fort. If there's a bunch of cavalry like this, you definitely want wall hubs around your fortress. You don't want towers or something. Towers sound good, but in theory, they're not nearly as defensible as a wall hub is. So while you need to make sure you have an army to actually defend your fort, because eventually, even if you do have the wall hubs around your fortress, it will take it down. Also, the Men of the West design of fortress, these middle sections can't actually build wall hubs. So that is something to keep in mind. You actually have to put a tower there or something if you want to put anything there. Looks like Bushit sends a Fire Drake over here. Oh, that's CS's Fire Drake. He's actually got the Fortress Fire Drake as well. Very nice. It's doing good damage. He does pull it back. He doesn't want to lose it to the Rangers. And Tom Bombadil also being summoned by Hombre to help out. And CS will make a tactical retreat to fight another day. Excelsior's army is still very large, very ready for combat. And Lazarus does still have a lot of horses, as you would expect. I think this is pretty standard gameplay for Lazarus, honestly. Every game I play with him, he's always spamming cavalry. So that's a thing. But honestly, in a big map like this, that's not a bad idea. In a 4v4, you definitely want someone spamming cavalry. I think it's very useful. And of course, we've seen how powerful a lot of Rohirrim are anyway. You do have to watch out. They do have fire arrows as well, which could be increasingly more useful if they do decide to focus down Drogoth, but there's just so many Rohirrim. Boromir, unfortunately, only catching a part of the army. Drogoth getting a nice swoop down, though. And he will retreat. Eomer throwing his spear as well. Doesn't do very much damage to him, though. I think this is Lazarus's Theoden as well. So if he gets his Theoden up to level... was it 5? 7? I can't remember. Let me click on him real quick. 6. He'll get the Glorious Charge ability, which is pretty nasty. Oh. Looks like the Fortress of the Ring is Undefended. Solas making a big push to try and take it down. He managed to get it before Isengard. Belsebub takes him out. Guess only time will tell. He doesn't actually have anything around his fort either. I'm learning increasingly every time I play more and more 4v4s. You at least want wall hubs around your fortress. You need something. And it's gone awkwardly dark time. But not because of darkness. Looks like Belsebub has 3 of these ballistas over here. And I think Solas' army will be cleaned up far before they get rid of all this stuff from the men of the west over here. Yeah, sounds like the ring has been dropped. There it is. And, well, conveniently being claimed by the person named the ring. There you go. It's like fate. Or something. We have a big battle here between Hombre and CS. CS does now have Mountain Giants on his side. Mountain Giants, Fire Drakes, and Half-Troll Marauders. Pretty powerful combo. There's also Azog as well. Pretty sure he had Gore Kill at one point. He might have died. But Gore Kill would be good for his leadership always. As usual. Ooh, Tom Bobo getting a big old Sonic song. Looks like this Aragorn's level 3 there. That's the rings, of course. The ring has a Faramir as well. Spormir is level 4. Who doesn't have ring? I think the ring has all of the heroes except for Eowyn and who else? Might just be Eowyn. I think he has majority of all the heroes, which is crazy, but not unsurprising, or not surprising rather. Nice fireball there from Drogoth. The Rohirrim going into Glorious Charge though, actually negating majority of the damage. Lazarus' army ready for another attack there. He'll be moving out shortly. Belsebub walking around. He does have Deathbringers. Or Deathbringers are very good. Always nice to have on your side. Solas also has some barracks over here now. He's completely moved his stuff over here. Why is that giant glowing blue? Was he healing? Might have been healing. He's just magical, I guess. Ah, the gate has been broken, and somebody cleaned the stuff. So it is possible. I knew it. The fight of Tom Bombadils. Both Bombadils trying to do as much damage as possible before despawning. Fortunately, Tom Bombadil doesn't do a ton of damage to upgraded Rohirrim, though. But he does do some. Now we have a big battle between Excelsior and Solas. Not Excelsior, Belsebub and Solas, rather. Ah, the Watcher being summoned up by bushit right under Belsebub's army. Unfortunately, because I was looking forward to watching Saruman do a big wizard blast. Well, he still can, but he needs to get away from this, this Watcher, of course. Oh, Lurch got killed there. Glorfindel with his Blade of Purity, cutting him down in the prime of his life. Looks like bushit has himself a Gore Kill. Up to level 6. If he mounted him, he could use the Poison Stinger if he wanted to. And now the Western team pushing in full force. Drogoth's actually killing his babies. No, those are actually bushits. Never mind. Protecting his babies. That's what I said, of course. We have an army of hobbits being sent over from Hombre. They might get this before they despawn. Meanwhile, the ring doing a little bit of damage. This is Rohirrim army. Let's go back up here. Looks like they got quite a powerful army. I wonder if the Eastern team has what it takes to repel them. Looks like Lazarus actually has a few ground troops that aren't on horseback. He's got 1 battalion of pikes, a couple Thillions. Actually a pretty good spot for that. Oh, Arwen is level 6. She does have the float ability, and we do have Noldor warriors out in the field for Solas as well. Tina Land being thrown down to buff the army, although being overwritten by the Elven Wood, of course, from the Elves. Probably. Oh, the Ballista's actually doing pretty good damage. Wait, is that... Belsebub's built a second fortress. In a strategic position. Has a lot of Ballistas on it. Interesting. Most players don't go for more than one fortress, even if they are rich. Belsebub opting to break the unsung rule. It's not illegal or anything. It's not like there's actual rule set. You can build as many fortresses as you can afford, really. But it does get ridiculous if someone does spam the hell out of them. 2 isn't too bad. It looks like he's got a wizard tower as well. Using his lightning strike to do some damage. Belsebub's going to be hard to kill with both of these fortresses upgraded. Meanwhile, Hombre is making ground against CS here, who does have a lot of mountain giants. He's got 4 of them. Even one on the base, if you want to count that one. But I don't think he will have enough to stop the Men of the West over here. Mountain giants aren't particularly resistant to these guys here. The Ithilien Rangers. The fire arrows. Drogoth making short work of them though. What level is this Drogoth now? Level 4. CS could definitely use a Drogoth as well if he could afford it. But of course he has to be careful, because he could lose him easily to a bunch of Ithilien Rangers if he's not. Looks like Belsebub and Solas continuing to spar here. These guys just have such crazy range and damage. Noldor Ward's just so strong. Look at that. They can almost snipe from a screen away. It's insane. Cloudbeck being thrown down. Cast upon the eastern team so they can no longer move. And then Arwen coming in and doing a flood while they're frozen. Nice play there by Solas. That's very nice. We have a Gandalf here from Lazarus there. So Saruman from Belsebub. What level is Saruman? Still level 1. This guy's level 2 here, Gandalf there. Legolas getting cut down by Lurtz. Very nice. Poison Sting being... It looked like he tried to Poison Sting Lurtz, but it didn't actually stop him. Perhaps the heal got him out of the stun. Now, looks like CS is moving in with a lot of giants. He's probably going to need more ground troops though, if he's going to get through Hombre, I think. I guess we'll see. Only time will tell. We now have Knights of Dol Amroth out in the field for the ring. As well as Rohirrim out there. Excelsior is still trying to do some damage over here with his Aragorn, kind of lonely with his 1 battalion of personal bodyguards. Might not be enough though, I think. He's going to need more troops, and he has more troops on the way for sure. So he should be fairly safe very shortly. I'd say the base of bushit and Solas fairly safe. No one's made it past the middle point yet. Over here at least. Belsebub and Lazarus having issue being on the defensive for a bit. Does Lazarus lose his entire Rohirrim army? I think he did. That's probably why he's transitioned into more ground troops. So he's opted to go for trebuchets and Ithiliens and tower guards now, which is not a bad idea. That will help against the armies he's having to face. Although the Firestones... there you go, he's got Firestones. Just needs to upgrade them. Now that he has Firestones, they'll do a lot more damage. Can the Mountain Giants outrange Ballistas? I think possibly they can. Although they can't outrange Wizard Towers or Oathbreakers. The Army of the Dead being summoned in. That should clean up anything we have here. Fortunately, the Elves are so fast, they'll probably be able to get away. Meanwhile, Excelsior pulling back here, it looks like. Alright, apologies. I had a game crash for whatever reason. But I fast-forwarded over to where the Army of the Dead was summoned. Hopefully that was about where we left off. I think so. There's the fortress. There's the Army of Lazarus. Hopefully I don't have another crash, because that would be annoying. Okay, we have a beacon problem. Just reset all those beacons when you're fast-forwarding. Just switch to the players. That fixes that. Easy peasy. Otherwise, you have a million beacons on your on your thing, which is it's a bit annoying. But yeah, that was a little jarring. Hopefully, not too bad though. Let's just hope it does not happen again. We have a Balrog summon somewhere. Let's find it. Where the hell is it? It could be anywhere. There it is. Balrog and a dragon, no less. We should summon a dragon. See us summoning a Balrog. Together, that's going to decimate Hombre's base. If CS has an army ready, he will easily take it out, which he does. Although he does need to get them over there. This Fire Drake really needs to target down these Rohirrim. Yeah, there you go. Giants are much better at kicking Rohirrim than they are actually throwing rocks at them, though. Looks like Balrog and Dragon definitely taking out majority of the base here. Bushit has left his dragon unattended, so isn't doing a whole lot. And while Lazarus pushing him with a fairly strong force now. He does have Trebuchet support as well. Fortunately, Solas has a lot of his guys grouped up here. And they are getting crushed by Gandalf's Lightning Sword, as well as those flaming boulders. It's hard to say who's going to win at this point. I think Hombre is going to die here, though. So I guess I would put my money on the left team, the Western team. Without being able to stop these mountain giants, he will be in serious, serious trouble. And once one of your players falls, it's pretty much inevitable before the game is over. We do have a big attack here, though. I guess we'll see if Hombre gets defeated or not. He's very, very close. Oh, it's so close. That might not defeat him as well. But we'll see if he does. In the top right, anyway. Looks like Solas is defending fairly well, although more do not allies being summoned in. Arwen getting a nice flood there. That was the Arwen flood, right? Yeah. Hombre has been defeated. Looks like that was enough to kill him off there. And now it is 3-on-4, which is never a good odds to have in your favor. It looks like Lazarus has quit out of the game, leaving all his troops to Belsebub. Now we have an army of the dead somewhere. There it is. Belsebub has quit out, and the ring has quit out. Looks like the Western team is victorious. Alright, well, that was a pretty good game. Very eventful, lots of action. Just the way you like a replay to be, eh? I'd say so. But anyway, yeah, we'll play to all those players, of course. Hopefully you guys found that enjoyable to watch, and I will see you in the next cast of the Rise of the Witch King patch 2.02. So I'll see you guys next time.